Hey everybody, how you doing? We are here to bring you a construction update today with a very interesting story behind it, which you all will love. But before we get into that, I do want to let you all know that this is probably going to be one of the, if not the last on-site videos we do for quite a while, because we do want to do our part and be responsible with all the coronavirus craziness going on right now. That we're going to start doing a lot of live streaming and home streaming videos. Don't worry, we got plenty more coming. We're just going to be doing them from home versus doing them on site, unless it's absolutely necessary for us to head out. So, but now getting into the story behind me, we're located at 1103 East Main Street here in Murfreesboro. The house behind us has been the point of a lot of interesting talk going on around Murfreesboro because they've been replacing the roof thanks to a company called BullDog Home Improvement here in Murfreesboro. And we're going to talk to Chris here in just a second, but it's got a really wonderful story behind this roof, and he's going to go into detail for us. All right, now I'm here with Chris from BullDog Home Improvement, who was very instrumental in getting this roof on during this whole project. From what I understand, it's been over a year in the making. But before we get into the story, I want to touch on, you told me a very interesting thing that to show how beloved this house is and how many people in Murfreesboro know this house. What did you all go through during the process of doing the roof on this house?
Yes, so what happened when we first got the call from the Bishops, they had a major leak on the inside, and they had a little kiddie swimming pool on the inside. So the only way to stop the leak was to remove the old tiles. So when we removed the old tiles, we got a temporary roof on that kept them dry, so they no longer had to worry about water. But as the tile came off, we had neighbors stopping, everybody stopping in their cars, driving by, and wondering what is happening to the tile roof. So it did take us about 6 months to find the correct tile and to get that custom tile made.
Now, I know that the house being 100 years old and that tile being 100 years old, you guys had to go through quite a bit to track down the company, right? That you told us in order to get that same tile, the same dye, the same color, everything. So if you would just elaborate on that for us a little bit.
Yeah, so we worked closely with ABC Supply, our local roofing supply company, and they helped us locate, which we believe to be the original people who made the tile, is Ludowici Tile Company out of Ohio. Ohio apparently has some of the best tile in the nation to make clay tiles. So what we had to do is we had to send in a sample of every single tile off of the roof and every color of tile. There's 4 different colors on the roof. And when we sent in the samples, they took their time. It took several times. They have to run it through a kiln, and the colors change, and what was very important on this job was the gloss finish that is on the tile. So that was very important to the homeowners. So it took us several times to get samples back and forth before we came up with some samples that were approved. And once we got those made, that was another 4-month process to get the tiles made and shipped here directly from Ohio.
Now, also going along with the interesting story behind the house, there's a very interesting family with this house. And this house is being 98 years old. It's got quite a history behind it, but the family has been here, I believe, since 1920, something that you told me. But if you would just elaborate a little bit on the family.
The Bishops bought this house, I believe, when it was roughly about 10 to 15 years old. So the house was built in 1922, so somewhere in the 1930s. They purchased this house, and it's still original family that has it. It's been multiple generations. It's planned on staying in the family. They fed soldiers from World War II inside this house. A colonel rented one of the bedrooms that was in this house and stayed here for a while. And what's actually really neat is the Bishops are actually cooking our guys lunch almost every day, and kind of a little bit of a tradition for their family.
All right, well, thanks for sharing the wonderful story behind this house and the family included. We do appreciate your time. We know you guys are very busy with this project, so thanks for meeting with us about this. And it's very easy to see why so many people have been writing in about this house. Such a wonderful staple here in Murfreesboro, because we've also received some messages like you have, people wondering what's going on at that house, what's going on at the Bishop's house. So now y'all know it's all restored to original roofing, thanks to the guys here at BullDog Home Improvement, and they went through great lengths to make sure that it stayed that way. So it took over a year to make sure this project was done correctly. So thank you guys for that. Now y'all know the story. You can come by 1103 East Main Street and check out the new roof. So thank you all for watching. We appreciate it as always, and y'all have a great day.